Hey everyone, and welcome to our Clips and Highlights channel. If you want to keep up with everything Kyle and I have going on, make sure you subscribe to the main Grinding Gear YouTube channel, which is where we actually do these streams. That's right, we stream right here on YouTube. Oh, and sub to the Grinding Gear podcast. Apple, Google, Spotify, really any podcast platform. We're probably there. Thanks.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to MSQ.
Is something happening?
I don't know. Armored Core 6.
Oh, is that what's going on? Okay, all right, gotcha. This is so weird, man. Like, Endwalker's been out forever. Why are there so many people here?
We are at Daddy Levier's house. Thank you, everybody who contributed their fire to the flames this evening.
Burn it down!
Burn down!
I mean, we could also, I don't know, Kyle, we could do, like, Reacts content for the next hour or so.
Yes. No, what the shit?
What? What are you doing? What?
Yeah, I want to play the video game, too. You know?
Yeah. I'm legitimately curious how a poll would end up if we said Endwalker or Joe Cat reaction. Because I don't know. I see our Endwalker views and I see our Joe Cat views, and I'm like,
yeah.
Now I'm gonna DM Joe Cat and be like, how much would it cost for you to make more Final Fantasy 14 videos?
All right, I think the spirit of Joe
really
Cat
what
would
the
show
people want are just Final Fantasy 14 streamers to watch Joe Cat videos.
I see.
I think that's what the people want, Kyle.
Can we get like a cascade of people over the edge here? It's like a beautiful.
Where are you? Did you already jump?
Yeah,
you didn't wait for me?
No, because you could be part of the cascade.
How dare you? How dare you?
It's like a waterfall of players. It's what they always wanted.
That you commissioned, is this the new meta? Yes, Boopy, that's it. And where's Kyle?
Oh my goodness. What? That'd be an interesting idea, right? If you were a big enough content creator, but you didn't want to make your own videos, so you hire other people to make videos that you then react to.
I mean, at what point do you just go to OnlyFans and make requests?
Only VODs.
Only VODs.
Yeah.
Only Fandaniels.
Only Fandaniels. Just wants to watch the world burn.
Oh my goodness.
It's your boy Fandaniel here, burning down the world again. I got a fresh map here we're going to be setting fire to tonight. Now, this is authentic papyrus. Now, here's the only thing I'm concerned about is there's a lot of people pushing around crystals. And
crystals?
As we know, I don't trust anybody with crystals.
Oh. Yeah, I don't either.
And there's a lot of crystal carts in this town.
I'm with you. I don't trust them either. I don't trust them either. Poffy is here with a public service announcement in Super Chat form. Okay. Said, boys, read this with your eyes closed. Attention chat. If you are a Discord member, please look for the Secret Place of Secrets channel. I've heard some rumblings. Something's getting planned.
Some sort of secret something.
Some sort of secret something is getting planned.
Okay.
So if I had to take a guess, I bet they're hoping to put something together for when we wrap this up. I just want you all to know, you got plenty of time. I don't think we should do this, but we should do this because it's the first one of the night. The first clicking of Endwalker proper. We have already seen the title card, obviously, but that was technically a Shadowbringer stream. Kyle?
Yes.
Are you ready to click on Kyle?
Yes. 3,
2, 1, go.
We did it. I remember the files being talked about when this first came out. Like
it's a ready.
All right. Let's.
So what do I got here? Okay.
We gotta get our
cry already.
It's been a while.
It's not quite as high as the Tataru, but I thought to launch directly into an explanation of what I've learned and how we might proceed. But this is Val, Tuna, and Asinian's first time in Charlane. And for the rest of you, homecoming that was long overdue. Ooh. Oh,
how chill.
What?
Oh, the music. It's just a little.
Let me turn it up.
Like a little campfire kind of feel to it.
This is going to be very distracting. I'm going to need to move my latest impulse purchase further away.
I see. Oh, you going to join in?
You must have placed your wish to visit and people you're dying to see. Therefore, I propose that we postpone our agenda so that you all may have sufficient time to recover from your journey and get your bearings in the city. Once you've settled in, we can reconvene at Baldesion Annex. How does that sound?
Oh God, I haven't read Alphino in a while. Oh yes, getting proper.
That's
Need
of
to
course.
find my,
Get on your
my
tiny
proper,
tie.
My proper voice, yes. 'Tis a fine suggestion. We may not be welcome at the Levier estate as such, but I should like to nose around the neighborhood all the same.
Oh, you know what it kind of takes me back to? Planet Coaster. Kind of has a Planet Coaster vibe.
I never played Planet. I never got past Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Good one. It's spiritual successor. It's worth doing. I am equally untethered, as it were. There is no particular place for my kin called home. Still, I would not pass on the opportunity to reacquaint myself with the city.
Likewise, a quick tour of our old haunts might even yield some useful gossip. The annex was west of the Aetherite Plaza, wasn't it? I shall join you there anon.
Yes, we'll see you there.
I was about to say, Orion J doesn't have anything to say?
No, how could he?
I, too, have places I would be remiss in not visiting forthwith, by thy leave.
What of you, Estinian? My service as a guide are yours for the asking.
I believe I was Estinian last time.
You were.
That won't be necessary. Until we reconvene, I prefer to wander as the wind takes me.
But I could... Oh.
That's it, I'm shipping him.
That's all I
I don't take much to make a ship happen. Let's do it.
Well, Raha, would you like to join us then? You've been gone for quite a while, and this would be the perfect way to refresh those dusty old memories of yours.
Oh, of course, if you will have me. Come, Tuna, Val. Charlene awaits.
Someone say it aloud already. Oh, no.
I believe they say it in the trailer, but I don't remember. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, there's the quest music.
Once I found out who was doing the narration in the trailer, I didn't pay attention to what any of the Scions said.
Oh, well, Graha did the whole... There's still secrets to tell. Speaking of Graha.
After you, my friend. I am more than content to follow your lead. Grahatia is now accompanying you.
Nope.
Keep him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives.
Where's he go?
In the event you use the Ethernet, Grahatia will catch up to you so long as you remain in the same area.
Oh.
You can leave Grahatia behind, however, by entering a different area. You may also speak to him and select the option to part ways. It's Pokemon Yellow, Grahatia edition. If you wish to have Grahatia accompany you again, return and speak with him at the original location. While Grahatia is accompanying you, I love that they're using the full name.
Yeah.
At no point can you shorten this to
Very
just Graha.
formal.
Next, try speaking with Kryle.
Oh, does he work? Oh, he does. Oh, we got follower tech. Look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
You got your own little Graha running around with you. Can I make you jump?
Me, my cat boyfriend.
Ooh, talk. Don't forget Mrs. Krause. Where'd he go? Okay. All right. He is prompting me to talk to Kryle.
Now kiss him.
Just a little kiss.
Okay, Matt.
Just a little kiss.
Okay.
Right on the
fine.
forehead. We tuck him in for the night. Then read him a bedtime story. Make him a sandwich. You owe him that much.
All set? Then let's be on our way. Our first stop, amusingly enough, will be the Last Stand. It's a cafe on the west side of the harbor.
Kryle's now also now accompanying you. Lead your two companions to the Last Stand and speak with Kryle at the designated location. All your accompanying may encounter conversation points along the way, which offer additional topics of conversation. One of the events we did in the last year had this, and everyone was like, yo, that's Endwalker tech.
That's right. I forget what we did.
It was the anniversary event, I think, wasn't it?
That would make sense.
It was the one where we met Yoshi P at the end.
Oh, yes, when he came from the moon. I think that was a year earlier when he was on the moon.
Yeah, the Rising. Yeah, I think it was the Rising. Because we walked around Old Da, and there were conversation points, and we were like, oh, we've never seen this before, and chat was like, yeah, it's Endwalker tech.
Advanced tech.
Advanced tech. Enter the glowing area and speak. We know how this works. We've done the rising. We've done it.
Oh, and then, so are they both following us?
Okay, hold on.
Ooh,
Okay.
yeah, look at that. Apparently they're just all over the place. So the quest is over there, but we do see the little speech bubbles here and there.
Oh, I mean, when life gives you... When if Graha says he wants to talk, you say, what would you like to talk about?
Yes, Graha is the Carthonasi of this game. Always stop and talk to Graha.
Discuss the storage facility?
Yeah, that'd be the prompt.
With all the unusual wares coming and going at all hours, I expect the assistance of an intrepid adventurer would be highly appreciated. I see no reason why you couldn't undertake any tasks which pique your interest. You have been cleared by the immigration officials after all. I look forward to the day your name is celebrated in Charley in the same way it is in Eorzea. Thank you, fan club.
So they don't interact. Apparently, they also just have unique dialogue because Cryle's got a completely different thing to say.
What happens if I just select talk? Oh, it has a completely other dialogue.
This place is called the Peristyle, and it's the first stop for cargo unloaded at the docks. You'll find useful necessities for daily living and other imports vital to the running of an island nation, but also supplies further Charlane's pursuits of knowledge, namely large quantities of books, specimens, and samples. Sorting these stacks certainly seems to keep the attendants busy.
Or the big carts of crystals, which are dubious.
Yep. Graha says, I'm thankful to have Kryle's help in reacquainting myself with this place. It's almost as if I'm seeing it all with new eyes, as you were. Well, I mean... Well, technically old eyes.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Don't think about it too much. Don't think about it too much.
Yeah.
And Kryle says,
come, let's head to the cafe. It may not be so at a first glance, but the last stand is actually a very important part of the city.
Oh, the conversation points are marked on the map as well.
Yeah.
So it's only 2, and the other one's over here.
And I assume once the, quest is completed, that's it.
I would imagine, yeah. I would
no
imagine
other chance to...
We can't pick up this optional dialogue later. All right, now Graha wants to discuss the giant statue of Jugman. In the harbor. Now that is a sight one could hardly forget. The great statue of Thaliak. As a student of Baldesion, I was usually quartered on the Isle of Val, but I would gaze upon the scholar's wise features every time I returned my ship to the city.
I believe I captured all the gods here in this video. I'm just curious if that... Yeah, oh, there he is.
Oh my god. Why do you have that? We haven't used that for anything.
No, we used this in, we were talking about Azem, right? Because one of these is, it was Urianger, he was in the recovery room and he was like, some call them Azem, some of them call them blah. And he was like
Azima is very specifically like the sun god.
Yes, but he was like connecting all the different gods back to Azem, so that he could kind of make his point there in the side room. So I recorded a little video that I put in that video we made, because I was curious what the other gods were and if they'd be coming up. And here we have the ruler of rivers and wisdom and the god of knowledge is the guardian deity of Charlayan. He commands the elements of water and is associated with the third moon of the Eorzean calendar. Is the father of Limlan and the teacher of Bergerat. He is most often depicted as a reserve scholar holding an ashen staff. His symbol is the scroll.
People are talking about the crystal. Do you mean the one that is now multiplying on my desk?
Yeah, they're having babies.
Yes, I got one as a gift, and then FanFest they hucked one at me.
Too many babies.
Burgerod, is that the burger joint in Amarat?
My people loved burgers.
Remember us.
Remember
that we once comboed.
This path leads out towards the sea, is known as Thalak Stoa, so named for the statue of the scholar which stands at the end. As you know, the Charlayan peoples prize the accumulation of wisdom above all else. Thus, when Thalak was chosen as our patron deity, it was more a matter of pragmaticism than belief. An alignment of principles, as it were. We may have honored him with a rather impressive sculpture, yes, but our faith is not so restrictive as that of, say, the Ishgardians. Individual Charlayans can and do worship the divinities of their choosing.
Okay, just don't pray too much, or we'll have to battle a statue.
Okay. Oh, we've got a queue over here, Kyle.
Oh, wow. Oh, jeez, the queue.
I'd say I'm having FanFest PTSD, but that line is way short.
Yeah, this line looks really brutal but true. To the next point.
To the next point. Oh, and look at that. The MSQ icon just appears.
Yeah, engage.
Oh, that's cool tech. All right, I'm engaging or attempting to engage the cryo.
And here we are, the last stand. I may have mentioned this before, but although our research into nutrition and food preparation is quite extensive, the average Charlayan tends to regard seasoning and flavor with a certain indifference. How can I put this? The food is, bland. As encapsulated by our infamous Archon loaf, the prevalent sentiment towards the cuisine is dietary value first, the taste a distant second.
Oh, wow, we're getting right back to the Archon loaf.
Hey, you gotta have that lore.
This is it. This is what everybody was waiting for, right? This is why you're all hyped for Endwalker?
There was one pupil at the studium, however, who could stomach the school's insipid meals no longer, so he quit his lessons and poured all of his savings into building a proper eatery. And so the last stand came to be. It is, as the name implies, the sole dedicated outpost of a fine dining in Charlayan. The one and only bastion of culinary arts in an isle of otherwise mediocre fare.
I seem to recall that burger being hailed as one of the more impressive items on the menu. Not that I ever had the pleasure of eating one myself. Burger Cat, incoming.
Because you were a typical Charlayan when it came to a cheap and convenient Raha, but surely the Tatar has since taught you how to appreciate a well-prepared dish. We should all stop in when time permits and sample the cafe's delights. Shall we press on? The stairs to the side of the cafe there will take us up to the Aetheryte Plaza.
At least it's not a Voidwalker and freaking Shatrath.
What?
Do you remember taking the overly long tour of Shatrath when Burning Crusade was new?
Yeah.
It wasn't technically a Voidwalker, but it was just it was the same damn model.
It was yeah. It was like a little arcane thing. It was fine for one character. That was more of a problem for alts.
It took forever.
Yeah, it was pretty slow.
An unusual shape, isn't it? I assure you, however, it is a perfectly functioning Aetheryte. Remember to attune yourself before we move on. Now, being the diligent tour guide I am, I should make mention of the Confluence, a research facility located in this very plaza. Its much vaunted discoveries are a reason Charlayan stands at the forefront of teleportation technology. In deciphering the underlying principles of Allag and Aetherites, it allows us to understand the reconstruction of what was essentially a lost art. And off we go to our next generation. What?
And reconstruct, not reconstruction.
Oh,
never mind. Don't worry. It's
our
fine.
path leads northeast to the Agora, Charlayan's largest marketplace.
Hold up. We got new conversation circles.
Oh, you're already there. Off.
That's the wonderful thing about Kryle doing all the talking. I can just listen. Speaking of Aetherites, those teleportation fees do add up after a while, which is why I tended to rely on the far cheaper ferry services. I was pleasantly surprised when Mr. Statara informed me that the Scions are reimbursed for transportation costs as part of our duties, but I find old habits hard to break. That, and I'd rather not be bothered filling out the necessary paperwork. This is all because Alphino bought its sword.
I mean, they do give us money at the end of the quest, so all makes sense.
Not a lot.
But enough to cover the expenses, right?
Yeah. The talk command is also different. Graha says, "Oh, the markets. I always did look forward to seeing what new wares they had to offer." And that's it. That's all he has to say.
That's the entrance to the Confluence. I have no doubt their expertise will prove useful at some point, so I suggest you remember the way here.
Kryle just reminds you to attune. We did it on our first stream, so we're good there.
Kryle is the chat.
Yeah, Kryle, please.
Don't forget to attune.
Please attune. Actually, have I attuned? You know, I'm just gonna double check.
You have not.
Okay. All right. No, we're good. We're good. I have.
Oh well, to that. But did you go back and get all the little ones?
No, I haven't gotten all the little ones. So.
Quick story time, everybody. If you watch the trailer, YouTube streams have trailers now. We have a trailer for this stream where we burn down Daddy Levier's house. When we made that, I had to wait for Kyle's ass to walk everywhere.
Run?
Because
he wasn't attuned to any of the aetheryte crystals around Charlayan.
It's true.
Do you mind if I browse the shelves for a moment? There might be some hidden gems I've yet to read. Cryo.
Only a moment? How optimistic. Feel free to browse all you like, but we won't wait around for you.
Huh. Perhaps I'll return here later then. Did Cryo have new lines?
Yep, I'm getting to discuss book-stalls. These little open-air book-stalls are uniquely Charlayan. I'd always thought them a common sight until I visited other nations.
Sounds like all of my friends in LA that all they want to do is brag about how cool their bookstores are.
Or In and Out or something like that. Does LA have rockin' bookstores?
Yeah, I was to some pretty rad bookstores when I lived out there.
Huh.
Nerd, yell Steve in chat.
Yeah, well, I mean, Florida has amazing secondhand bookstores. What are those called? Used bookstores.
A bookstore?
Yeah, used bookstores.
Used bookstore, yes.
Right, because all the old people come down with their
locally owned
books.
bookstores will have both new and secondhand. But, yeah.
Welcome to the Agoria, where you can find wares made in Charlayan, as well as a wide selection of imported goods. They also use to sell questionable prototypes from various research institutes. I think that practice has thankfully died out, for the most part.
Or
Otherwise,
the people selling them died because they were faulty.
I can think of no better place to stock up on your next big adventure. Am I overselling it? On a more serious note, the next stop on our tour is one which has particular relevance to our ultimate purpose here. We must head back to the Aetheryte Plaza, follow the path north, then climb up the stairs up to that imposing building at the very top.
We're not missing any conversation pits, are we?
I hope everything goes wrong for them. I hope they are secretly working on creation magics and they summon forth a horrible monster. I hope Daddy Levier cries when he's all wrong. I hope they are thinking they can get rejoined and they get terribly messed up. Like, just all, I want everything to go wrong. Everything that could go wrong should go wrong.
Yeah. I don't know, Chad. I think Preach as Tataru is the best. I think Preach has the canonical Tataru.
Yeah,
as far as I am concerned.
Let's be serious here.
That's what I'm gonna go with.
The gift that keeps giving.
That's what I'm gonna go. Everyone's saying, "Damn, Kyle, brutal." We've seen what you cheer for in this game. You all like when terrible things happen. Y'all love it. Y'all love nothing more than things that will scar you emotionally for the rest of time. All Kyle's wishing for is to give you what you want. That's all Kyle's wishing for.
Watching the world burn, you know. I think they've got a lot to answer for. We've seen what you cheer for. Also, what happened?
We've seen what you cheer for.
What happened? What haven't they participated? They didn't participate in Stormblood. They're already in trouble. They could have participated in what about 1.0? Like, there's so much things they've probably passed on. They're in trouble for a lot of things. Angel Bun, you are inside the Graha. please unrejoin with Graha.
Well, you can position the Graha.
Oh, you're right. I am in control of the Graha. Okay. Will he do the same? But you're gonna read Graha anyways. Let me see if I can. There we go.
Graha about the water feature says, these little decorative features are typical of Charlayan architecture. Aside from the research wing, our headquarters on the Isle of Val were rather simple and rustic by comparison. And when you say talk, it says, 'tis a fascinating experience to walk around the city and contrast my image of the past with the reality of the present.
This is the Nymphasium?
Kyle, why ever would you want to be very careful while reading that word?
I'm not actually sure what you're referencing. What kind of dirty word would I accidentally say?
Let Chad have fun. Let Chad have fun. You sweet summer child.
For Charlayan's, water represents the more than a life-sustaining liquid. It is a reminder of the Great Flood, which precipitated the birth of our nation, as well as a symbol of the knowledge which flows from the Thalago divine ear. This is the reason you see an abundance of fountains throughout the city and a propensity for utilizing water as a decorative feature in our architecture.
Oh, that's a pretty good one. He's giving a proper tour.
Oh, we got to go up one more. Race you.
I've climbed stairs before. I've done Crystal Tower many times. I will not be defeated in a stair race.
But you were! I was ahead of you on my screen.
I was ahead of you on my screen. This is the grand sculpture before you is the Rostra.
sorry. Can you start prep joking?
The name refers to the original public platform erected here, upon which a forum of elected representatives would deliver orations and debate policy. Oh, here we go. Although the stage has since evolved into council chambers, the nature of the forum and its duties and its members remain largely unchanged. Bullshit. Am I boring you, Raha? You seem awfully distracted.
My apologies. From here, one can see the entire city spread out below. The vista put me in mind of my arrival in the first. Those who had gathered at the Crystal Tower asked me how they might go about building a new home. Naturally, my answers were all inspired by my knowledge of the finest settlement I could think of, the great city of Charlayan. And bit by bit...
Moments that age poorly.
The city can still be great if the denizens are a bunch of buttholes sticking their head in the grass in the sand.
They just set it up. I mean,
Kyle, wait till I tell you the history of the people that built buildings in New York.
Yeah, I've seen that too with the yeah. That's a great documentary. But I love that, like the idea that it was once a public area and now they put it inside a building so they don't share the knowledge anymore. It's a great touch.
Yep. And anyways, before Val wanted to cast more aspersions about this wonderful city, bit by bit, those few buildings grew into a town, a community, the Crystarium. I can almost see its echo.
I see. Feel free to come here whenever you wish. I don't think the counselors would object to you simply enjoying the view. Such memories should be treasured. For now, however, the tour must go on. Our spectacle of sightseeing concludes with the fitting name Journey's End. Walk down the stairs to the east and continue straight ahead.
I mean, it's a nice little view. Feel comfortable walking the streets on the whim. Sorry, I was checking out Graha. Who wasn't?
We've arrived at Journey's End. History tells us this was where those who put ashore with Archon Nyumkeft built their first homes. In the present day, it serves as a residential district for the most important officials and the oldest Charlayan families. You'll see that one mansion is clearly larger than its neighbors. That estate belongs to our friends from House Levier. All things considered, we should probably keep our distance for the time being. And with that, we bring our little Charlayan tour to a close. I hope it has proven to be entertaining and an enlightening experience. Now, shall we head directly to the Baldesion Annex? Remember the way? Don't you, Raha?
Let me think. We head downstairs towards the harbor, cross the bridge to our right, then follow the path below the Aetheryte Plaza?
Correct. After you, Valentuna.
Nerd! Directions, nerd.
That's all, yeah, but they're all nerds here. The battle of the nerds. Oh, we do have a talk on the way, though.
Okay. Kyle, do you see in general chat right now? Someone says, whoa, what's going on in Ultra Lane Curl today?
Pardon us. Pardon me.
Sorry.
Don't want to disturb the atmosphere. We apologize.
I'm so sorry. Graha says. Right, we crossed the bridge. This bridge here, as I recall. Stick to the path, and be careful not to end up back in the Aetheryte Plaza.
Yeah, that'd be horrible.
Deep
wouldn't
lore
it?
here.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, the good old annex. I used to bunk there whenever I had business in the city proper.
Graha.
Like the time I came to submit the thesis for my Archon qualification.
Charlayan is full of educational research institutions, but there are still professors who prefer to establish their own private practices. Not that I ever attended the exclusive schools they run in these residences. Perhaps the twins could tell you more about them.
All right. Yeah, none of these houses open up, so maybe over time we'll get to...
Where are we heading?
We're going down and around. I think they were saying we can avoid the plaza by just kind of taking this bottom arrow.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, I see the mark now.
Here,
I could have poured it over there.
Doesn't have the silly hat from the trailer, but he's definitely rocking the robe. Attack the darkness.
Johnny out there in chat's calling us public nuisances.
Disturbing the peace.
I can't wait to check in on the Next Door app and see everyone complaining to the HOA.
Oh, you know it's expensive here.
As As the joyous look on Raha's face has undoubtedly informed you, this is the Baldesion Annex. If you continue up the hill, you'll arrive at the doorstep of the phenomenon. But I think we've explored enough for one day. We can take you there another time. Inside with you, then.
I want to riff on the Charlene HOA, but a cutscene is starting.
I'm back, and I brought Val, Tuna, and Raha with me.
We don't know who this is. What kind of voice should I do, Kyle?
Can
you do the receptionist from Ghostbusters?
Oh,
I think it's
Janine?
It's basically a Harley Quinn.
Ghostbusters, what do you want?
Yeah, there you go. Yes, thank you.
You want that kind of northeastern accent?
Yes, that's what I want.
Okay, we can work with that.
Spores, mold, and fungus, let's go!
You were right about the ship then. Hello, Graha, it's nice to see you again. And it's a pleasure to finally meet you, Tuna and Val. I have heard many a tale about your exploits. Oh, goodness, how do I pronounce this?
Ojika?
Ohika? Ohika
Oh,
Sunjika?
yeah, lean into the H sounds. Right.
Ohika Sunjika? That's how I would go with that. That's how I would go with that. I'm waiting for. I'm just perfect. Okay, we'll just go with that. We'll just go with that. Ojika. Oh, you just pronounce it just Ojika?
Oh.
Okay. Is that hard, Jay? Okay, cool. Ojika Sunjika. Okay, we'll go with that. Ojika? Ojika Sunjika. It has been an age.
Allow me to introduce Ojika Sujika, Administration Officer for the Students of Baldesion. He oversees the day-to-day business of the Annex. You may recall meeting his cousin, Ichigo. Oh, this was,
Eureka.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, okay. Cool. Oh, yes, Eureka. I've read the initial reports. Quite a shock to hear what's become of the Isle. Do take care if you have the opportunity to rejoin the expedition.
This place is like a second home for students. The Isle of Vow served as our main headquarters, of course, but we often had occasion to visit Charlene. Whether to make use of the city's research facilities, attend conferences, or procure supplies from distant shores. The Annex here was built to provide lodging for our members while we engaged in such activities.
Ever since our former headquarters, along with the Isle itself, vanished, the Annex has served as our base of operations. And yet it feels so empty. With so many lost to us, our organization is a shell of its former self.
The day will come when we see the students rise again. What? Oh no. But first, we must ensure that the Telafri fall. Through that door on the left, there is a main hall which we can discuss our options moving forward. Once everyone arrives, that is. You'll probably have time to rest before our discussion begins in earnest.
I mean, Linda from Bob's Burgers is a similar accent.
I've had private quarters prepared for you in the Adron, so please, feel free to make yourself at home.
Ah, the nap rooms. Perfect for an afternoon doze.
Catman.
Oh, I didn't mean to give you the wrong impression. The chambers are quite well appointed. Far more so than some cheap roadside inn, you may be assured. 'Twas simply that we were often so busy with research or exhausted from journeys abroad that we would slip into the Andron just to steal a few winks, and thus became known amongst the students as nap rooms, even if many such naps might last well into the following morning. Say the word, and I'll be happy to show you to your chamber.
Hopefully the others won't be long in coming. I'll wait for you all in the main hall.
So is this our inn? Because there's no inn that I saw.
The vibe I'm getting.
I'm down for inn. I want to go to an inn.
Are you in for it?
Yeah, I'm in for it. Ready for a nap? Yes, I am. Retired to my room. Clean sheets, worn blankets of rest. Nice. Well, let's see it. Ooh, okay. Okay. Oh, ooh, what? Wait,
busy room.
The ladder doesn't go anywhere. I guess it's for getting that stuff up there. Okay. Okay.
And what is the ladder for?
I think you've got some storage up there. Like there's like a crazy Astro Globe kind of business.
Oh, I see now. Okay.
Oh God, they put.
I thought it was on that. I thought it was like a library ladder on a rail, and I'm like, well, there's nothing up there.
And there's crystals in our room. Oh God, it's all gonna go wrong.
Oh God, I'm gonna summon a sleep primal.
I'm gonna have a bad dream.
I'm of a dream about Ifrit and
yeah,
wake up to a boss fight.
Oh, this is kind of nice. Okay.
There's even a poster of Ifrit on the wall.
Yeah, that's kind of badass, actually. That's a really cool piece of art.
I do like that illustration.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty sick.
Got some leaflets, some student graffiti.
Yeah, Freddy Krueger. Yeah, we summoned the Freddy Krueger primal.
I aim to please, your aim will help, and all sorts of helpful bathroom advice like that.
Yeah. Oh, this is a college dorm? Okay. Definitely an upgrade from the cinder blocks I was used to.
Yep. The milk cartons holding your bed up.
Uh-huh. I had a
doodads.
When I ended up renting a house for the last 2 years, and I had a twin size bed on a full size box spring.
Nice.
So my bed had a shelf, had a lower level shelf.
Hey, just sleep in the middle of the laundry. It's fine. There for when you wake up.
Doing levels, Jerry. I would put my Dr. Thunder on it because I'd go to sleep drinking soda like a
perfect.
Uh-huh.
I had a loft bed for a bit too. That was actually kind of nice. Oh, here he gives lore on it. Do you have papers pasted on the walls of your room? 'Twas not unusual for the occupants to pin up notes or documents and such, and then forget to take them when they went their merry way. Every time it was quite deliberate, though. You can see complaints addressed to other members or thank you cards for the engrossing literature someone left behind. Beloved traditions, and that I should know better than to dwell upon. If we are to create a future for the students of Baldesion and so many others, we must look to the days ahead.
My one roommate had an ass ton of wall scrolls in his room, and my other roommate had really thirsty Adam Hughes art, if you're familiar with the artist.
I don't know Adam Hughes, no.
He does really sexy superheroes.
Oh, okay. Your rogues and whatnot.
Heading.
Oh, all right. Oh, ooh. Whoa, okay, what's this? What's this cool? Look at this Moogle art right on your left after you enter.
Oh, that's right. I can't see. I'm sorry, there's Garuda art. Moogle. Oh shit, that is cool.
Yeah.
Little low res.
A little low res.
You could you could bump the. I guess this was the age of Squapes. So.
And then we
got. This was a Squape Walker. So.
Oh, nice cube too. We got some cubes.
I can't wait till I can get more up-to-date art books.
That'd
without
be
fear of spoilers.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Oh, there's a third one. It's not out yet. The Eorzean Encyclopedia. I think it's like pre-order still.
Yeah, I don't think that's out yet.
Because the books are great. I would assume.
I like this Garuda art, and it's really cool to see the map in game.
Hell yeah! There we go. That's a nice map. That's probably the highest res one I've seen in game.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty. I mean, you get a little too close to it, it starts to look a little Half-Life 1. But
yeah, I wonder if they're gonna update that because it's all been about clothes and stuff so far. That'd be cool if they went through and updated all the wall art.
Yeah, because this is like actual. Like a lot of this is actual concept art. It's like they've got high-res versions of this.
And a lot of this is just their kind of bogus Star Wars language, so they could, they could leave it up without having to really fill it out.
Are you talking about Aurebesh?
Yeah. They do that with like the signs here. You can kind of make out that it says "Do not enter" and stuff like that. It's a little bit of a.
Yeah, and Aurebesh is very similar in that way.
I mean, I have a translator on the back of my Monopoly set. I don't know if it's accurate or not.
For Aurebesh?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a agreed upon translation. It's not bogus. It's just a terrible font system.
So it's real? Then why not write in English so we can all enjoy the goodies? I guess it is it does add a level of fantasy.
I like it because it's so hard to read that it reads as a fantasy language.
Yeah.
Even though it's technically, I can kind of make stuff out on the map, for example.
Our colleagues should be wandering in soon, so I suggest we stay here and wait for them to join us.
Cutscene time!
Pray forgive me. I was delayed.
Oh crap, I clicked one.
I'll meet you one
Sorry.
deeper.
It's fine, Urianger. We're all here now.
We should be good. We should be good.
Let's get down to business then, shall we? Come what may, we must prevent the Telophoroid's plans from coming to fruition. At present, I see two paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal. The first involves an investigation into the change which has come over Sharlayan, not to mention the recent inscrutable behavior of the Forum. As most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinion with regards to foreign policy. The bibliotheques, for example, are a group of conservatives which would have Sharlayan focus on recording history, while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it. And at the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galef was one such member, as was Archon Louisois. Yet despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous. Even more concerning was the fact that many cited other, more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
Damn. Okay.
Fortuno's refusal in Gridania had those same undertones. 'Twas as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, it simply turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
A mystery indeed, and one which I ask for your help to solve. Our future may depend on it. As for our second potential path, it concerns a request made directly to the Students of Baldesion. Our organization was founded primarily to study strange and unexplained phenomena the world over. Mysterious relics and ruins, arcane disturbances, and so forth. Compared to our more isolationist Sharlayan colleagues, we have strong connections overseas, namely with scholars and academics who share our passion for the unknown. The request in question comes from one such acquaintance, Nidana, an alchemist residing in distant Thavnair. Her missive describes the sudden appearance of a tower, and the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal.
Are we really shocked?
In response to this
Well, one they
threat,
don't know
the
about, right?
satrap of Radzat-Han, the individual who governs the city-state, has instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
The artisans of that land are heirs to an ancient tradition, one rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts. 'Tis possible, nay, probable, that they have gleaned truths unattainable by Eorzea or her Far Eastern allies.
They do, in fact, appear to have a strategy in mind, though it will require further research. To that end, they have requested an introduction to a capable warrior shielded by the blessing of light.
Assuming we divide our forces to pursue both of Kral's lines of inquiry, then having you join the group heading to Thavnair would seem the obvious choice. But the investigation in Sharlayan is of vital importance as well. Equal, I think, to the Thavnairian one, given that the fate of the world may hinge on the results of both.
Yes, it is
Do we have a
quite
start
the
an expansion
quandary.
split?
Yep.
Though it is a great imposition and an altogether too common one, our efforts would be more likely to succeed were you to lead the charge on both fronts. You are indeed our champion. As to which task to tackle first, we will defer to your decision. Let us next decide how everyone else might best be assigned. As for myself, I shall continue what I've begun in Sharlayan. I should also like to steal the services of an Archon or two.
And thereby gain access to a greater range of reading material. I will help with that.
Allow me to offer my assistance. I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
Alize and I would also like to help, if you would have us.
Anything to understand even a fraction of what our father and the Forum might be thinking.
Of course, the more the merrier.
Right. The rest of us will make the journey to Thavner. Thoughts? Objections?
I passed through Thavner on my way to infiltrate the Empire,
I can tell he's spacing
and though
out,
I'm not
not listening to
qualified
me.
to give a guided tour, I did gain a sense of where things lie.
I'll be happy to have you along then. So for this group, it will be you, me, and Urianger.
Oh no. 3 dads now.
Give me
wish
a
I could
moment
pull off
afterwards,
Estinian's
and I'll
haircut.
supply you with all the details of Nadana's request. Consider this hall our rendezvous point once our respective tasks are complete. May our investigations prove fruitful.
Chad is now singing No Sleep Till Thavner.
No sleep till Thavner, huh?
Oh, we have new Quest Complete music. I like it. I usually don't like the Quest Complete music right away.
It's always a bit
Actually,
jarring, right? Yeah, it's a big change.
I rather dig that one. I think it's the first time I've liked the Quest Complete music right out the gate.